Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Cognizant Gen Z Elevate interview experience. Guys, this interview happened recently only on 9 September 2021. Guys, this is the second Gen Z Elevate interview experience that I am covering on this channel. The first interview experience has already been posted on the channel. Make sure that after watching this video, you watch that video also. You can find all the Gen Z Elevate interview experience in this playlist. That is the Cognizant Gen Z Elevate interview experience playlist. So do check this playlist after watching this video. Guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. All the links of the Telegram groups are given in the description box. Make sure to join them because I post regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the date of the interview was 9 September 2021. The branch of my friend is CSC. The duration of the interview was 40 minutes. The first question that was asked from him was about projects, that is, explain about your projects. Again guys, this project thing is very important in an interview because the companies generally generally judge the candidates based on the projects and the technologies that have been used in those projects. So make sure to include at least one project in your resume and make sure that you have a good knowledge about the technology that have been used in that project. You must prepare 2 to 3 points about the projects, like what is your project does, what is the technology stack that has been used in the project, what is the future scope of that project, and what was your role in that project. So prepare all these things and you will be good to go, and make sure to prepare all these things for all the projects you have included in the resume. Okay, so my friend's project was based on machine learning. Now next question was, where did you learn machine learning and deep learning? So he said that he had done certain certifications, he have done certain courses from Udemy. You can say you have learned the MLDL concepts from YouTube. So all these things you can say, and if you have certain certifications based on any technologies, you can showcase them and tell the interviewer about them. Okay, now the next questions were related to aptitude. Now guys, this is the second Elevate interview experience that I am covering. In previous experience also, aptitude questions have been asked. So guys, it means that in Gen Z Elevate there is a high probability of getting aptitude questions during the interview. So make sure to prepare your aptitude also. So from this candidate, four aptitude questions were asked that were related to time and work, ratios, directions, and probability. So I hope it helps. Okay, now the next question was, what is array and linked list? So he just had to say the basic definition of array and linked list. So first of all, an array is a collection of elements of a similar data type. So is a linked list, but there is a main difference is that array is the group of elements in a contiguous manner in the memory space, whereas a linked list is a group of elements in a non-contiguous manner. Now array, at a particular element, array has only value of that element present. That is, let's suppose ARR of 0 is equal to 1, but in linked list a particular node has two aspects. One is the data value that has to be stored in that node, and second one is the address of the next node. So these are the difference between array and linked list. So the array is contiguous and linked list is non-contiguous. Okay, now out of list and array, which is more efficient? So guys, obviously array is more efficient than list in Python, because in list, list is slow. It does not you can say have arithmetical expressions. We cannot just simply multiply entire list by a number, but we can do similar things with array. So array is space efficient also, they are fast also, whereas lists are not space efficient and they are not fast. So in this, arrays are more efficient than list. Okay, next question was, what are the real life example of stack and queues? So guys, we see real life example in our daily life also, that for example, let's take an example of a stack. The stack of trays in a cafeteria or stack of plates in a cupboard. That is, stack follows the LIFO principle, last in first out. So the plate that will be kept at the top will be first cleaned by the person. So this is a classic example of stack, and similar are the classic example of queues, like a ticket line. The one who the queues follows FIFO approach, the first in first out. It is the the person who will go first to buy a ticket will get out of the line first. That is FIFO approach. I hope this question is clear to you. Now next question was a coding question. He was just asked to explain the algo behind it, that is, find prime number in the given range. So as this exact question is present on the Geeks for Geeks platform, I will try to give the link in the description box. Do check this link out. Okay, and he was not asked to share the screen, he was just asked to give the approach or idea behind the question. Okay, now next is, do you know about agile model? So as many of you do not know, agile model is a part of software development lifecycle. it is it is of software engineering subject. So it is one of the model where we have studied lot of models, software development models. So agile model is one of them. So again, it is, if you want to learn this model in detail, I will give the link in the description box. Now next question was explain about your internship. So guys, if you have mentioned in your resume that you have done internship, so be prepared with the question that what you have done in the internship, what was your role, what was the project you were working on, and what was the outcome of that internship, that what all technologies you learned out of that internship, and what were the challenges you faced while working in a team, because in internships generally we work in a team. So be prepared with these type of questions. Okay. Now the next question was, now this next 3 to 4 questions are based on machine learning only, because his project was on machine learning and he has done certifications also in machine learning only. So therefore next 3 to 4 questions are based on machine learning only. If you have not mentioned machine learning, if you have mentioned any other skills, so guys, be prepared with the questions on that skills, because your resume is God. By reading your resume only, the interview will ask most of the questions. So again, the questions on ML were difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. So those of you who have done ML, it is a very basic question. Supervised learning algorithms are trained using the labeled data. We have X data and Y data. Y refers to the outcome of that X data. Now in unsupervised learning, there is no outcome, only X data is present. You can see unsupervised learning algorithms are trained using unlabeled data, that is, we do not know the outcome of a particular data point. Now supervised learning models predict the output, as I told you that there for every X there is a Y, but in unsupervised learning there is not Y for every X. But in unsupervised learning, what we do, we try to find the patterns, hidden patterns in the X data. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Now the next was to explain the logistic regression. So again it's a very basic question in machine learning. It's a classification algorithm and a supervised algorithm. So if you want to read in detail, you can, I will give it the link in the description box. Now next is what is univariate and multivariate analysis. So guys, it was related to project only. He had, while describing the project, he has used these terms, that what is univariate and multivariate and how he has used it. So again, the difference was asked from him in the interview, that is, what is the difference between univariate and multivariate analysis. So okay, so the next question is, what is NLP? So NLP stands for natural language processing. See how it is, NLP is basically teaching the computer how we understand the language. So you can say natural language processing, or NLP, is broadly defined as automatic manipulation of natural language like speech and text by the software. So whenever someone speaks to us, we understand his language. So we are basically, using NLP, we are basically training the computer how to understand our natural language. So this is what an NLP is. Okay. Now next question was, this was the last question of the interview, that is, what is best for NLP, ML or DL? And if you say ML, then why? If you say DL, then why? So this is up to you. I do not know the answer for this particular question. It is on you. If you have done projects on machine learning, if you have a great understanding of machine learning, then you can answer this question, that which is best for NLP. And guys, do tell the answer of this question in the description box so that others can also understand it. So guys, these were all the questions which were asked in the Gen Z Elevate interview, and I hope these questions will help you in preparing for your interview. So guys, this was it for this video. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching it.